Hello, my name is Jay Hanks from Jay Hanks Engineering and Multimedia. Today we are going to talk about how to create a decorative corner design on your buildings. The example is like this one shown on the screen, this type of design. How easily to create the family that you can reuse in various projects. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm gonna have to delete that family. So I'm going to select it, right click, select all in the entire project, then delete. So shall we go to file to create a new family. That is a family new, new English. We'll choose a generic model. Generic model adaptives. We shall go with generic model. Okay. When it loads up, we have the reference level, the left view, and the front view. We should start from the left view, go to extrusion, then we draw our design for the extrusion. Start from here, make it 300 millimeters by 350 millimeters, and then complete the design. Now I want to draw a hexagon in the middle, so I'm going to have to identify the midpoint. To quickly identify the midpoint, I'll just draw two lines. One like that, then one right, up, downwards. Then, using the dimensioning tools, I'll place it in the middle, like that. This, like that. So this point is at the middle of the rectangle. So there, first we'll pick our polygon tool, and then draw our hexagon line. Now let's say about that, and enter. Then we have to delete these lines. We will delete these lines. So now this is our shape for extrusion. We confirm the extrusion, reduce the depth. The depth at 250, the depth is too thick. As you can see, if I go to the 3D view, you see it's too thick. So to make it less thick, we reduce the depth to 25 millimeters, and now that is fine. So we go to this is our left view, we go to our front view. In our front view, we're going to do the same thing. So the easiest way to do it is to just copy this to the front view. So I'm going to double click that, select these lines, copy, go to our front view. Go to our front view. In the front view, we're going to create extrusion. Now in the extrusion, instead of drawing like how we drew before, we're going to paste what we had copied. So align to selected level, paste, reference level, okay. So we have this. That goes faster since we didn't have to draw it, to redraw it again, and it's exactly the same as in the first place. So we can confirm that by, let's go to the 3D view and confirm and reduce the depth to 25, just like the other one. Now when you rotate, when you enable realistic, we have this. There's a bit of intersection here. We can deal with that by going back to our front view, double click on it, use the align tool, which is shortcut AL. Pick this alignment, pick here, so this is aligned here, confirm. Now, when you go to your 3D view, you have your material. Next, we are going to create an attribute for the material. The attribute for the material, if we select this, we go to materials and finishes, you select this point, we create a new attribute and we call it corner design mat. Okay. We'll select this one. Go to design associated family parameters. We choose the corner design material. Okay. Then we select both of them. And group them. Under corner design. Okay, that is fine. Now we have our family. Our family is set. But if you go to our family editor, we have the corner design material that you can assign a material of your choice. So now we are going to load this family into our project to test out how it works. So I go to load project, load into project. And we already had our project open. So in this project, we go to the floor plan, the floor plan component, impress component, the family pops up, rotate it, and then place it exactly at the corner. Then when you go to the 3D view, you can see it around the corner there. But it's sinking into the skirting, so we're going to have to push it up. Now, we'll push it up by offsetting its level. I'm going to offset its level by 200 millimeters, considering that my skirting is 200 millimeters. Then we are going to replicate it to fill this gap. So to replicate, I'm going to go to the front view, to the south view. Now in the south view, you choose the replicator tool, this the array tool. Then select on top of this line, move up and click. Then choose the number. I'm going to go with 6, as I've already tried it. Then you see they are squashed up, but what you can do is select the topmost and move it upwards, so it will space them. Press Shift upper arrow key for greater movement. Zoom out to see the spacing. Okay, I'm going to go with that. I think that looks nice. Then the material, I want it to look like the over beam and the design on the beam. So I'm going to choose the downer one, and the downer one, or we'll double click to go into the group editor. Then when you choose it, you can now access the material, where you can change the material. From here, we're going to choose, actually we can copy the material. We can copy the material from this design. When I choose this, edit, I see the material assigned to that is this. I select that material, copy, then go to my corner design. I double click on it, select it, select that group, go inside the type properties. You'll access the corner design material, select it, then copy paste. When you paste, now our material is updated. So like that, we have our corner materials uploaded. In order to get this design to the other corners of the house, to go quickly, since I'm happy with this spacing, I'm going to select all of them and group them again. So I select controls and select the rest of the corner design. Then we go to group. We're going to group them again to create another group. So this I'm going to say grouped array. Okay, now we have that. Now the quickest way that a phone works out for me first now is to go to the floor level with the group selected. Then I'm going to, since I want it on this side, I want it the same thing but mirrored on this side. Now I'm going to pick the mirror, pick axis tool, and then I just pick any axis, an axis that would let it mirror so that it fits well on the other side of the wall. Then when I mirror, it moves to this side, but it's not placed correctly. So I'm going to use the move tool, pick this intersection point here, then move that intersection point to this point. Now when we check in our 3D view, holding Shift W, we rotate, deselect, you see we have our corner design material in place correctly. To do the same on the other side, I will select this group, go to my floor plan, and then pick the mirror tool. I pick this axis since I want it on the downward side. Then it moves to the downward side. So all I have to do now is to move it into position by clicking the move tool, picking this intersection point and moving it to the intersection point of the corner of the wall. Now if we go to our 3D view, we select, we have our corner material placed correctly. So like that you go through the rest of the corners. Thank you.